Sits your podcast down. Episode 33, I think. We
Something like
have
that.
something like that, right? We got G in the building.
Yo,
Who that? All right, I see y'all here. We got Reek in the building
Yes, sir.
and McFly. Gentlemen, what a week. What a week it was. As you can see, we're starting out with some battle rap. Till death was the hashtag. Sure, we all kind of we try to watch as much as you could.
I'm the only one that caught all of it.
It's first off, okay, so I don't know where to start with this one. Let's just start with it's super cool that Drake's taking an interest in battle rap. At the end, he even issued a challenge to other industry friends to come and support and pick a rapper and put money behind him, almost like, yo, let's put our resources, let's put our platforms behind URL and behind this platform. I think that's super dope. I like, even though I think I have thoughts on this, I like how they brought back Cassidy and Freeway, the original like OG battle type feel, as far as like industry guys in particular
my merch
doing this. I like that, but there's some flaws. I like it though.
where my merch at? Where my merch at?
Bars is back 100%. And I like that they're getting bigger checks. I like that it's becoming more, not mainstream, but essentially mainstream, right? More people are talking about it.
Definitely more lucrative.
More lucrative, right? More big checks being cut to put in the hands of people like me and y'all. So there's my fun stuff. I got some other shit, but I'm gonna let y'all get y'all thoughts. What did you think of the night, the battles? You know, we'll get into it.
Oh, and let me add that Chris Brown had battles at his house the day before.
Yeah, also
Smack
true.
Smack battles at his house the day before, which was
yes.
Gotta
shout out Breezy.
Yeah.
Apparently the battles were very, very tense. We gotta check those out.
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
I know you saw more, so let me get my short take because I only saw the one battle. But I know how battle raps go. I know they were there all day. I know a lot of the people were on their feet. I know a lot of the rappers were probably in the back doing Lord knows what. I thought it was good. I'm really happy that somebody like Drake would kind of throw this together. Like this is real good for battle rap. On the other hand, I thought it looked kind of bad for battle rap because when you get somebody of that caliber, and like Drake is down to earth, so it probably don't matter. But like this was a perfect opportunity for them to show boys like what it could be like how to be on point with your production, how to be able to control the people on the stage. Let's just not have that many ignorant niggas on stage. You know what I'm saying? Let's you know what I'm saying? That like if I got Drake on stage with me doing the start of the battle, let's maybe have everybody quiet because Drake demands respect. I don't care like on the earth he is. He's an artist of that caliber. If Jay was on stage, boys wouldn't be up there wilding. I'm not saying Jay is Drake, but they're of that superstar caliber where there's a little bit of, I just expect a little bit more. Again, this is a battle rap crowd, so I mean it is what it is. You get what you get. And I was a little disappointed in my boy Lux, although I still think he won. But I was a little disappointed in his last round performance. And I'm gonna blame the event. And that's why I opened with it's a how long was it? 7-hour event?
The event started at
8 hours.
Yeah, it was 6:00 on the East Coast. They were on the West, so that was 3:00 for them. 6:00 our time on the East. The battle didn't end till Lux and Geechee were last. Obviously, that was the headliner.
Almost like 1:30,
1:30, something like that. Like it was pushing the better side of 1:30. So I mean, do some quick math there. That's way too fucking long. is what it
It's
was.
you
Right.
can't your headliners, you want your headliners if that's going to be who they are, and they are of that caliber, so don't get me wrong, but you want them at their best. I don't know if I don't know if performing like that is their best. Maybe that's what people say. It's a part of it.
Like, I don't think Smack understands. Like, dude, you cannot. Your event shouldn't be an all day thing.
No, it ain't set up like that.
Like you're like if the closest thing you want to compare it to is like boxing. So like boxing, the
Talked about
fights might
that,
start
yeah.
at 8 or 9 o'clock, right? Eastern time. But you know they'll be done by like 1. Because they're not doing like 8 that you're watching. They might have some there, they might have fights going, but ain't nobody in the stands before. You know what I mean? Like they might have fights going today, but they're not showing those. So
I mean, and
I
even
think
you made a point though. Even if you do have them fights, like at an arena, there's stands, there's food, there's places to, you know what I mean.
right,
You can be comfortable if you are there watching
there's
every single
seats.
fight. Right,
Right.
there's
Something to
seats.
do.
Start there, you know.
So
Yeah.
yeah, for people who haven't been to a smack event, like you're standing. So you like we did the math, like they started at 6, didn't end till like 1:30 Eastern time, but people aren't realizing that the people that were there were probably standing there an hour or two before it
Just to
even
get it.
started
Yeah.
just to get in. Because I've been to smack events and the line is normally out the door waiting for people to get in there.
Mm.
So while you're waiting to get in, you getting restless, and then it takes them forever to start. And then
They were
by
an
the time
hour
the first
late.
battle, yeah,
They were an
so
hour
you
late
hyped up.
with the
Yeah,
battle rapper turn announcer just trying to riff for an hour. Like it was a lot.
yeah, it's just like
It's
it's just bad. So then like when they finally first start, when they first start battle, first few battles, everybody's like hyped up because like, yo, let's do this. But in between, it's like 30, 40 minutes in between each battle. So it's like you're making the event trash, even though you have like your best performances, but your best performances are always early because people are exhausted by the end. If Lux and Geechee go early, that battle looks way better. For
Mhm.
you to have them as a main event and for them to have such a doo-doo battle, because it wasn't like they weren't bad. Like I thought they both were fire. Because Lux was saying some stuff, even though Lux ain't like his normal Lux, but it's like, okay, we know this should be better. You know what I mean? Like it's
yeah.
yeah, because
The crowd like Lux was. I'm not saying Lux was saying the most amazing shit ever, but when you compare the hype the crowd got for like Geechee's simple ass bars to like Lux is like like triple level deep matrix level bars. It's like what?
they weren't catching anything. Like when he was sitting there like spinning the block like Rubik's cube, something like they like weren't catching nothing. Like,
So there's another
like,
thing. That's something that I was gonna touch on. Um yo, I don't know how you get smarter crowds, and maybe that's the wrong way to put that, but it was just some real dense motherfuckers in there. Like, it was, and not only are you dense, I don't mind that you miss stuff because being stupid, I mean, it's a handicap enough, right? The problem I have is you stupid, but then you only hyping up certain people because you got your favorites. And I'm like, we talk in the promo, right? Drake's talking. He was like, we have our dream matchups, and and with this being a competitive sport, you want to see him go at it, whatever, right? So in the essence, in the interest of competition, right? I want both to be given a fair shake. I don't want Romney to walk in the room and he already run because we on the West. If that's the case, then why be battling? If it's already a foregone conclusion that Rex has no bars for him, then cool. That's fine. Then don't battle him. Battle somebody from the West. Then you got to pick who you cool with. Matter of fact, Crip versus Crip. Let's see who y'all really like. They're gonna just yell for everybody. Nah, somebody got to win. Somebody got to lose. So I thought the crowd thing was bad. I think it feels like the way it's set up right now, it's gonna be hard to scale because it's so clumsily put together, right? You mentioned boxing. Boxing has time rounds. You know, they have time breaks, time TV timeouts, like commercial timeouts. They boom, boom, boom. But there's a showrunner, there's a strong production team, there's a strong camera team. These are all the things that are making this move in a certain way. And if they bring somebody on, like if you bring on battle rappers who have their own biases, their own alliances, you see clips, it's Harlem, it's Harlem. Okay, cool. I hear that. But what you need is every time down, you need not even Jay Black. You need somebody else. You know how like if you watch TNT, you watch man. You need a real commentator to keep the show flowing, who knows how to riff, who knows the culture, who's respected, but understands how to keep the product looking a certain way. You remember that? I think they did this. Remember when TNT did this shit? They let all the athletes do all of this shit. And we were like, what the fuck is going on? That is every URL battle. It's a bunch of just random niggas running shit, and you're just like,
yeah,
where's the adult at? Where's the nigga that know what he talking about? Where is that dude at? He not there. And even Smack is drunk as shit the whole night.
The adult is, from being at it, the adult is Beasley.
And
but
I don't
Beasley
ever see
doesn't
him.
talk.
Right, and that's a problem. The adult can't be in the back counting the money, not saying nothing. He need to be out here running this shit.
Yeah, Beasley is literally the hands-on guy, making like he's the one telling everybody to get off stage. He's the one making sure everybody got their passes. He's the one making sure the rappers are straight. Everybody's going like Beasley's the one handling everything. Smack is getting wasted and being a terrible host.
And that also, you talk about telling people to get off the stage. You cannot have Drake on stage and have random dudes saying, yo, back the fuck up. What's going on? No, this is Drake.
No.
This is, I mean, everyone wants to call him.
It's his car.
He's Mike and shit. Not even his car. He is in rap. He is royalty right now. That's what he is in rap today. There's not anybody getting a bigger check in rap right now than probably him. I can't think of anybody right now who I can say for sure gets paid more than him, who's bigger than him, who when he says something, it's not like, oh, what's he doing next? So there's a certain reverence that's not there because he don't have to do this shit. And maybe he don't care. He's just like, oh, nah, it's cool, man, whatever. But you could even tell, y'all was listening when he came on for the last battle. Even he was like, man, I'm ready to get out of here. He even said it. Like, I'm ready for this to go on.
Because this is like, that's the first time Drake had to be like at like an entire event. So when Drake go to the other events, like he drop in, watch a couple battles, leave. You know what I mean? This is the first time he actually had to experience that bullshit. Where it's like you just sitting there all day.
Whole time?
Bruh. The whole time he's like, yo, this is crazy. He even like that's why he took the mic from Smack and led like, yo, like let's go. Like I'm tired of this shit.
It still took Smack an extra 20 minutes to get it started.
Yeah, like
you yelling at dudes that back up.
Right.
You know what?
But the thing is, like, you putting too many. They gotta stop. They putting too many battles. Like I like Real Sick and Pat's Day. They didn't need to be on the
actually a good battle. It was a good battle, but if that's what Drake asked for, I get it.
If that battle goes on late, they would say that battle was trash.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Jazz the rapper, Gaddis. Jazz was fire. Jazz had the best performance out of everybody. She gave you everything.
Jazz was tough. The
The
Virginia line was crazy. She had some hits. I was like okay. And the thing is, no one thought she was gonna be that good. So I'm like, you know what?
No.
All right.
Like when even Drake was like, yo, she called her Steph. She called her Steph Curry. It was a 30. Like it was bad. She caught a body. She caught a body. It was bad. But so like who was after that?
Wasn't that that wasn't Rock and Twerk? They were somebody
right. Then he had Rock and Twerk.
Okay, it was.
Yeah, then he had Rock and Twerk, or was it Surf and Cal. I think
It
it's
may
Rock
have
and
been.
Twerk.
It was a Rock and Surf. Then it was Surf.
Yeah,
My
and
memory is
then
killing me now.
yeah, but either way, it's just like you have too many. Like, there's nothing wrong. Like, I don't understand why Smack act like he just can't have 4 battles. Like, you get you 6, 7 battles every time. You know what I mean?
I think here's the thing. I think you can do it, but I think the production has to tighten up. There can be no 30 minutes before the next battle. There can be no we were an hour late. At that
Yeah,
point,
but he
they even said it. They had other people there at 7 o'clock. Like by 7:15, somebody rapping. I don't care with nothing. If the battle starts at 6, by 6:15, somebody is rapping. We are not giving you an hour to play around. Right? We
Right.
just not. And then I will also say, if your battles are going to continue to trend like this, don't have Lux waiting to go last. Move him to
Yeah.
like the middle.
you
Move him to
right,
like
you-
that, the second to last, third to last. You know what I mean? And like, just do what you got to do to
You
make
can't,
it make
you
it look
can't
good.
do that though.
You
You
can.
got to shorten the card. You got to shorten the cards.
you got
That's
you
the-
got to make
that's
the
the
cards
solution.
smaller.
What I'm saying, would then move them up and then tell them other niggas you on the next card, or call it
Yeah.
overtime or
Yeah.
some other shit for it,
Right.
and then drop it
Yeah.
tomorrow or
'Cause
something. Like, have a
like,
contingency plan for that. But you're right.
If it
They shouldn't
if
be
it was
rapping past
me-
12. I'm sorry. Period.
yeah, it should have been Jazz Gaddis, Rock, Twerk, Geechee, Lux, and Surf Cal. That should have been a card.
I like
That
that.
should have been it.
Sure.
You didn't need Rex and Rum Nitty. You didn't need Pat Stay and Sick, because it had like extra time to the battles. And then like if you make sure everybody stays under their limit, because people keep forgetting, like all these battles are like an hour long
At least.
themselves.
I'm trying to figure out, like, does he know he can like save money if he just put less niggas on the card? Like, he got to pay everybody.
Right.
He can
But
make
like, I
the
don't
same
know how
amount
they
of money.
contract. I do have a conspiracy theory though. So this is like tinfoil hat week right
I
now.
think I know where you're going. Let me see if it's there.
I do think Smack is kind of setting up the old Lux, the Mooks, to go last and late, so they can look terrible. So he doesn't have to keep paying them top dollar for these events,
You
because
know what?
clearly they get paid more than everybody.
You know what? I kind of agree. I'm gonna tell you why I
Yeah.
agree. I was thinking this, the Rex and Nitty battle. Let's just say Rex was trash. Fine. Nitty was also trash.
Right.
Nitty was awful. Awful. And all you heard in the crowd, what keep sticking off me. I think he had the Stone Cold Steve Austin bar, right? Wasn't that him? Or was that Geechee?
I think that was Nitty.
Okay, so either way, he said, I think it's at that bar, and it was just weak. And they were like, talk to this nigga dirty. I'm like, what the fuck? And it was like, it got so bad. Like, Rex is spitting, and again, you know what? I'm gonna also say this. You know what? New York bias, East Coast bias. Fuck the West. I'm gonna keep it a buck. The niggas rap better. I'm sorry, I don't really care. I'll admit I have a bias. I like how they rap better. The niggas in the West is all about, well, I do this to you. Man, I don't care nothing about that shit. Y'all can't rap. I'm just keep it a buck. But whatever. I'll take the flag for that. I don't care. But what I'm saying is, it's crazy. He's giving you real good bars, but because these Rex, you don't like him. Nitty getting pushed because he in a Cali crowd. They like, yo, Nitty. Okay.
And all these dudes are cheaper.
They're all cheaper. And then almost like clockwork, they cut back to Nunu and Jay Black, and they're pretty much saying, yeah, Rex was awful. I'm like, at least, because the first thing they said was, yeah, you know, people were saying it's 0-0 and it wasn't a great battle. And, you know, they said they got one piece of like kind of in the middle critique, like not really just they both weren't great. And the next 10 lines were, Yeah, man, refs are trash. Nindy one, pretty much Nindy one. I'm listening, so I'm just like, aren't y'all supposed to be like objective and like let the fans vote and then you give your assessment and shit? So like it almost seemed like they're being set up to not win. It does feel like that. And I mean, if you your boy Smack, like if you are paying 100 or 70 or 80 to these boys and you paying like 20 to the younger dudes, if it's a
Right.
gap like that, why wouldn't you?
Right.
I mean, now you won't scale like that because Gishi said something in his bars. He's talking shit, whatever. He's just like, I made this into this. I'm like, listen here, Gishi. I hate to tell you this. You didn't make this shit, nor can you carry this shit. You need a Lux, you need a Mook, you need a Cassidy, which is why the fuck they keep coming back. You think he really want to do that shit?
That scheme was cool though. So let's not.
No, it was a good scheme. No, it was a great
not,
scheme.
It was a
great scheme. But again, I'm going. But the thing about a scheme is, if I don't believe it, it hurts your argument. If I don't believe you, if I don't believe it, a good scheme is one that feels like, you know what, okay. It was well done. I'm not Gishi had great rounds. Yeah. Gishi had great rounds. I'm just saying, like in reality, nigga, like we know what's up. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Because when you like they Lux was just over there. They just couldn't catch nothing. But the thing was, he wasn't saying nothing that complex.
Geechee said, "Yo, you's a bitch," and then like the fucking building shut down. I'm like, wait, what? Off of you's a bitch?
Yeah,
the building shut down.
I just it was bad. It was that one. I remember that line too. And it's funny, like it was so bad, like he had to stop and let the crowd get their oohs and ahs out and then come back and do it. I was like, nigga.
Yeah, that's just like his little slogan. You know what I mean? But it's still like, but that's what I was saying. Like with Smack, it's like, okay, you it's almost like you setting you do because I'm thinking that you got to pay Lux, you got to pay Mook $100K. Like I think it's like you around that right. That's why like Lux had that angle. Like I watched you battle for 5 weeks straight just to split $150K. Or like Rex said that. Somebody like Lux or Rex said that. He was like,
no, but yeah, I think Lux said that. But like that.
No, Lux said it.
That you know what? Lux said it.
No,
right?
I was saying Lux said it, but y'all said somebody said it earlier too.
I was like, damn, he right. That nigga was working a 9 to 5 to get that money.
But it's like, and Lux basically saying like, yo, I get that for one battle, and I barely have to battle. You know what I mean? So I think like if you're Smack and you trying to pocket more money, like you can like you sit there, you wait, you put on these big events, because even like you hear after the battle, you could hear Geechee tell Lux like, yo, they made us wait too long.
Yeah, I did hear him say that.
Because the crowd was dead. So now it looks like
nothing.
They had nothing. So now it looks like Lux had a terrible performance. And now it's like I don't want to see him. Same like with Mook.
But they protected him though. If you noticed, they did not put out the vote.
Yeah. But you already know. Like, I already know that like on the internet and the people voting, they was gonna vote for Geechee before the battle even started.
That's something else. So they gotta figure out. They have to figure out how to, because this is a sport that we want to feel as objective as possible. They got to find a way to either fly in other non-LA dudes it's a half and half or a mixture. Otherwise, Rum and Geechee not going to take an L because the crowd influences the vote. And I don't know if they take that into account with who they book, but if it's taken into account as to who won or who lost,
they definitely take that into account. Look, like you gotta start having judges.
I like that too. They did that for a little bit.
Like you gotta start having like real judges, not bloggers. Like people who have no bias towards it.
You can't have Sue Surf voting on a rock battle. Like, come on.
Right. But it was like crazy. Like you know how bad like they had Rock beating Twerk like 71% of the vote. I'm like, did y'all watch the battle?
Yeah, I
Like
didn't see that
I
either.
had Twerk winning, but that just showed like if you were a fan favorite, that's what
Rocket fan
happened.
favorite, Sua fan favorite, Nietzsche and Giddy, and Nitty and Geechee favorites.
Fan favorites.
They're gonna win
Yeah.
most of their battles unless they battle each
And
other.
you notice all their styles are very punchline, easy to catch.
Punchline heavy, gun so big, use a bitch. I'm a crip. All right.
Right. So the
It's it's
substance right there.
it's cool, but like after a while,
That's why they get smoked in small rooms.
I want more small room battles. I really want more small room battles. I think there's an allure to that. I think for the guys that really be saying stuff, I feel like you gotta really like listen, and it's not just oohs and ahs. Like I think we need more of that. But I mean, Smack want to sell tickets and get big crowds, so I get it. I get it. It's
I just
unfortunate
think he
though.
better, man. If you got Drake, like I feel like this is a really good opportunity to like get a rapper, get a bunch of rappers to get in on this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
you
show them,
had Chris Brown.
right?
So he's obviously
Show them,
someone
show them that
interested.
you know what to do. Show them that
Yeah.
you can put together a production. You can get off the stupid ass Fiend app and get on something that's actually usable. Doesn't freeze every 10 minutes.
Right. Like
And-
King of the Dot is on Twitch and the quality is way better. But the battlers, so
Right.
it's like
But I think they even have good production because like you can interact with the chat better, you can interact with the viewers better, you can do all types of stuff. Like the production is gonna be the gate. That's gonna be, I'm not gonna say his downfall, but that's gonna be where Smack, hits or misses. Is if he can get his production right, they could be the only game in town.
I mean, they already
Yeah,
have the
easy.
most talent. They have they have the best name. And as you said, you can't copy respect. Like that's real. He is everyone that knows battle rap, you gonna know Smack. You know most of the
Mhm.
headlines they have. You already have the best product and you already have the biggest audience, and you have the eyes and attention of people who have deep pockets and great connections. Like if you want to scale, clean up some of this other shit and
Right.
and do it. I think it's definitely possible.
Go
Right.
for the nerd dollar, man. Stop playing these
Right.
games.
I've
Stop trying to
yeah.
appeal to your boys, man.
Right.
Come get the
I've
nerd
heard
dollar.
other battle rappers that have said that battle both on Smack and King of the Dot, and they've all said like, "Yo, King of the Dot is first class service, everything from the hotel, how they treat the battlers, to the production, timed
believe-
battles. Like they run an event way better than Smack runs an event, but Smack has all the talent."
Mhm.
So it's like if Smack is like, yo, if you took a page out of their book on how to do events, time battles, everything is on a schedule. You treat everybody a certain way. It's not a million people on stage. Like you're not standing up for 9-10 hours. If you do that, then like G was saying, like you literally you're a monopoly.
Mhm.
I mean, just like that. Why are you at like an abandoned warehouse and niggas just is on the floor? Like I don't want like I don't want this. Where are you
Like
battling
standing,
at?
like I don't understand why it's like they just can't get chairs.
Like just have some
Right.
chairs. I don't just sit down. I don't. It's 8-9 hours
if
just
you-
standing.
They
I don't-
like even if they just stood up for the battles, if they had chairs in between the weights, like you still have all the energy, like because I get a rest. You know what I mean? Or have concession, like have food there. Like
Do we know where they had the battle at? Do we know where they had it at?
I know it was in LA, but I don't know where it was at.
No more LA battles. I was just tired of
Yeah,
shit.
I'm tired of LA. Pick another spot, man.
I think you got to mix that up too. That's something else that I would love to see more of. It can't always be New York, but like let's move the locations. They've had a lot of West Coast down south for some reason. Maybe because there was less COVID restrictions, which kind of tracks, I guess, in some respects. But bro, I need to do something different because it's getting stale, and I need something. I want something different.
Yeah.
And it won't scale like the way it is. I guess that's my whole thing. It's not going to scale the way it's set up currently. You got some different shit.
One more thing, you Daylight fans, because they were sitting there like, oh, this better not be the Lux that battle Daylight. Did y'all watch Daylight's last battle on a big stage against
Los?
King Los? He
It
was
wasn't bad.
terrible.
It wasn't bad. Come on, man.
It wasn't. It was not. Good.
It was better than Los though.
It was better than Los, but it was Los.
Yeah.
Like it was. So it's just like
all you got to
like,
do is win against the person across from you. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, you know, you get it, but they sitting there acting like Lux was just terrible. This Lux would never beat Daylight. Like Daylight was just so fire. It's like on a big stage.
First off,
He's not.
let's just be clear about something in these battles. I think, obviously most of the battles are pretty clear. Jazz is a clear winner. I think Sick and Real Pat, you can go either way. Twerk and Rock, I don't like that people think Rock won, but I'm not mad about it. Like most of them I think are kind of, pretty clear cut, but Geechee lost.
As Surf winner.
Geechee Surf won. Surf, but I knew Surf was gonna win anyway, but Surf he came to play.
Yeah, Surf actually Surf actually won. Yeah,
I still hate that there's still this narrative of, man, he came with 3 again, like it's a surprise. You should come with 3, but whatever. That aside, fine. Geechee, here's why I have a beef with this. I think if you want to say it was 2-1 Rex or Nitty, fine. Rex lost the crowd, but I mean the crowd never was with Rex. I think he had better bars, but I mean, if you lose a crowd, you lose a crowd. I get that. He wasn't 30. And I don't know how anybody would say Geechee won. Just keeping it a buck. The round, even with the choke, round 3, let's say you get that to Geechee, even though I thought the bars was okay. He lost, he was 2-0 already. Let's stop this shit about, man, Lux ain't that guy. No. Still rap circles around your favorite battle rapper.
He was on his way to a 30. And
he was on his way to a 30 and he tripped.
And he fumbled.
Right. He fumbled.
Yeah.
He picked it back up and still scored, but like he just
yeah,
he still went to the
game. Yeah. If you're listening to the bars, it wasn't
not even kind of close. That's when I know you gotta go back. If you miss it, that's when it drops, go back and rewatch that battle. Because you're gonna be like,
yeah.
Oh, I missed that.
I mean, Lux is just he's a better performer. It's very clear. Like he's just over everybody's head. But like when you look at that battle and compare, let's say you didn't get it. You got to see how comfortable he is with you guys napping some shit that he know is raw.
Right.
Like he know what he just said.
Yo, that's underrated. He does not overreact to like, come on, y'all. He takes some shit. He'd be like, y'all get it in a minute.
Right. That's one thing Mook has to learn from Lux.
Yeah, Mook get hot. He be like, man, that shit's
right.
hard, man.
You shitting me?
The talk is different over here. He be mad. He be like, yo, Mook, just chill, bro.
Like,
chill.
Right. Just be comfortable knowing that like what you said is fire. Like it's
like they ain't get it yet. And Lux is just, he was real comfortable with the fact that they weren't amping stuff. He had somebody, he paid somebody to come and be like, yo, there's gonna be a lot of Cali niggas. I need you to come here and just act a fool. There's like one person, but yeah, it's very if you watch that without the crowd, let's say you can take out the crowd from Geechee's, then there's no contest.
And I mean, and also like he's telling you what bars Geechee about to give you next. In his round, he like, well, he gonna hit you with this because he think I ain't about that. But I fought all these battles and did all this other shit anyway, so I'm still above what he talking about. I'm gonna hit you with all the shit he gonna do, all his angles, all the shit he gonna say. He was retorting back like, yeah, this is what you gonna say. I find that to me is like, okay, you already want to know in my book when you telling me what the nigga next to you about to say,
right?
Which is like maybe it's obvious, but like I mean, that's a skill. I'll give it to you. Yeah, that was.
Didn't he went and said it, but yeah. Now I think overall, I don't know if we're wrapping up, but this was a really good opportunity to up the production and with Drake there, with the money that Drake. I'm not saying Drake isn't going to invest on this in the future, but like you could have made him do it sooner for sure. Like if this could have been a lucrative event for Drake, like it could have been him supporting battle rap and a lucrative event for him, like whether or not it's an investment or not. But
I mean, it's an opportunity. You want to impress him. You want to be like, damn, when I come in, y'all be on the ball. Like you want to show certain things. I don't think they necessarily did. It may not mean that he's not gonna still invest, but I'm like,
Right.
if you want to scale and get more people involved, you better do this shit better. Have a cleaner event, have less, fuck ups in terms of
Yeah.
people being late and shit like that. You gotta be better than that.
They need some nerds around, man. They need some hood. They need to get rid of a few hood niggas and get some nerds around so they get some money.
Facts. Nerds get you to the bag a little bit quicker. But yeah, I mean, I still hate the crowd, and I hate the community sometimes. It's not fair, but it's like they just be on some weird shit. But I guess that's what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
That's
we
just-
don't have to get into that now, but yeah, battle rap crowds. A lot of people don't come out their basement.
Reed, you can't say shit like that. You said they don't come out
At the end of the segment.
You can't say they don't come out there.